Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Or should I say, where should we start at? Huh? Where should we start at? Huh? Where should we start? I mean, so you got California Senate passing laws where basically these people that came into the country illegally, which means they committed a crime. They committed a crime. They broke into the country, and in some cases, like in Colorado, they broke into the complexes over there, took the money from the landlord, put the tenants out. In multiple complexes, these people came into the country and ran tenants out of complexes in Colorado.
This is a slumlord issue. No. It doesn't matter what issue you want to say. Venezuelan prison gangs took over a 99 apartment unit complex, and instead of sending the money to the landlord, they were collecting the rent. And then it comes out that the city council actually says, well, that's not the only apartment complex. There are several that they have taken over in Aurora, and now they run it all. And you're having broad daylight armed robberies of jewelry stores in Aurora and outside of Denver. Look, Denver's collapsing. Denver has 700,000 people live inside Denver metro area. 70,000 of that 700,000 are illegal aliens. And you think they're going to stay in? No, they're going to bleed out. They're bleeding out to Aurora right now. Where else are they going to go in the metro area?
Police can't do nothing. The police been told to stand down. Huh? The police has been told to stand down. The FBI has been told to stand down. Meanwhile, in our neighborhoods in Black America, our children is under investigation. 5 o'clock in the morning, Lisa Evers meets up with the district attorney, with the DEA, the FBI, the CIA, and the task force.
Well, now to an exclusive you'll see only right here on Fox 5.
We were there, and the only TV crew along for what police call the takedown of some of the most violent gang members they've ever seen.
All right, our Lisa Evers joins us now with her exclusive look with the NYPD. Lisa.
Well, Stephen, Natasha, we had that firsthand look at how the NYPD is bringing alleged gang members who terrorized their own community to justice. And now the Bronx DA says they've been charged in a 176-count felony indictment.
Nay Benz, police say you're a trigger puller. Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that true? What? Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that?
We're here at a secret undercover location in the Bronx where NYPD detectives are getting ready to launch a manhunt for nearly 24 gang members wanted for serious felonies, including murder. It's a Lisa Evers exclusive. It's before dawn on Wednesday, but NYPD detectives from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, called GVSD for short, are joined by detectives from Bronx precincts and warrant squads for this important mission.
And our children are being carted away because they are under investigation. Meanwhile, these border jumpers, the illegals, are coming into this country illegally. And they rolling out a red carpet for these people coming into America.
Immigrants in California now one step closer to receiving state funds that they could use for a down payment on a home. Senior national correspondent William LaJeunesse reports. Hi, William.
Well, Martha, the bill just passed the state Senate. It now goes back to the Assembly, where Democrats have a supermajority, and aides tell me it is likely to pass. The bill makes illegal migrants eligible for $150,000 to buy a new home. Lawmakers created the program so citizens and legal residents could afford to live here. But last week, Democrats changed the law to say this: an applicant who meets requirements for the loan assistance program shall not be disqualified solely based on the applicant's immigration status.
The social and economic benefits of homeownership should be accessible to everyone, regardless of immigration status.
So the program provides first-time buyers with a zero interest.
You're rolling out a red carpet, so you're giving them $150,000 to go towards giving them a home. But meanwhile, you got people constantly asking Kamala Harris and the rest of these what you want to call it, I don't know what to call them. The people that's in power, that's making rulings over our lives, they're asking for reparations and can't get them. But meanwhile, you got people coming into this country that's committing crimes. They're committing crimes coming into this country. And they getting rewarded with 40 acres and a mule. $150,000 towards getting them a house? Zero interest? Take the what and leave the what? So, where's the voices? Where are the voices that represent we the people? Because all of this money is being thrown around. And you know what it feels like? I'm going to tell you what this feels like. This feels like the evil stepdad. You know how you go in the house, or he goes in the house? Because the baby mother got 2 kids, or maybe 3 kids. One kid is by another dude, and one kid is his. He comes in the house with a juice and some potato chips and some M&Ms and some candy for his son. But the other little kid, you know, he acting like Snoop Dogg in the movie Baby Boy, kicking over his castle. Shorty like, I hate you. I hate you too, little knuckle. Yeah, that's what it feel like. I'm starting to feel like in America, the motherless child. Where's the voices at? So these people could come into America and get reparations, rewarded. They're getting rewarded. It's like going to school and getting an F on your report card. You failed your report card, and then you take the kid to Great Adventures. They're getting a reward for breaking the entry in this country. Meanwhile, you got people that can't drive because they got suspended license for child support. Is there any forgiveness for them? You got people that got points on their license that can't drive because maybe they were speeding to work, speeding to the babysitter, speeding to the hospital. But the court system ain't got no leniency. There's no forgiveness for us. But these people are coming into our home illegally, breaking the law, and there's a reward for them? You got people in this country that fought in wars, that's homeless. You got people in this country that got eviction notices that don't know what they're going to do because they city felt programs fell through. They paid their rent for 2 years, and these people can't find a job, so now they're on their way to the shelter, but they can't get in the shelter because guess what? It's filled up with illegal people who came over this border illegally. So now you telling me that there's a reward for breaking the law for them, but a punishment for us? You got dudes going to jail because they didn't pay their taxes. They had a hard time paying their taxes, and Uncle Sam ain't got no leniency. I mean, being that child in the giving mode, what do we get? We the people, oh right. I mean, yeah, using the celebrities to sway our vote, but y'all really don't care about our vote because in our communities, we already being replaced. And see, the sad part about it is, what y'all people don't realize, is that we know that there's an economics collapse coming. We know it's coming. It's inevitable. And once these dirty, dusty, decrepit politicians get what they want, now all these people coming in our communities, when that financial collapse comes, And whoever they want to get in office got in office, right? What happens when all these programs stop? When there's no money, there's no more money, no more tax money. You know, half the taxes that's coming out of your check that you bust your ass for, it's just being given away to people that's breaking the law. And they're coming over the borders and committing crimes. People are going missing. Kids are being found floating in rivers. Police is being shot.
But first, we have the latest on the 2 New York cops wounded in a shootout with a teenager who was on a moped in Queens. And good evening, everyone, at 5 o'clock. I'm Bill Ritter.
I'm Sandra Bookman in for Sade. The shooting in Queens comes in the midst of an apparent NYPD crackdown on criminals using scooters and mopeds to make their getaway.
Today, cheers as the 2 wounded cops left the hospital less than 6 hours after the shootout with a 19-year-old migrant from Venezuela.
And you reward these people with $150,000 for a home? You got people in America that ancestors bled for this country. And now some of these people, the descendants of those people, you know, the Native Americans, us, some of us gonna die never having a house. Won't even know what it's like to have a house, to own a house. And the people that came over the border illegally, they get to commit crime. No investigation. They break the law, do unthinkable crimes, and get released. What is it that's going on? What makes these people so untouchable? Why is it that they have more value than the Native Americans? Why are these conversations not being held? Why are these conversations not being held? And then y'all got the audacity to be talking about y'all voting for Kamala Harris because she's black? What's going on right now? It's like being on punishment in the summertime. You looking out the window when all the kids is riding their bike. It's like being on punishment. You see everybody getting in the car going to great adventures, but you can't go. And these are all the kids that failed. You watching somebody else with the spoils of war that belong to you, and all you get to do is watch. And y'all got the audacity to talk about Kamala Harris. She's already in office. And this is what's going on while she's in office. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. This feels like a bad relationship. This feels like domestic violence. I'm out.